Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective, and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found in the public domain, and I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everyone to do their own research and to view this video subjectively. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. It's Wednesday, the 25th of September, and as you are probably aware by now, we've been shown a living, gurgling video of the Messiah child that is otherwise known as Archie. All three of them popped in for tea at Desmond Tutu's gaff. But sadly, it's taken a disastrous PR attempt actually forced them to show the child. But it seemed that because the two were in the presence of Archbishop Desmond Tutu, he seemed worthy of them gracing his presence with Archie's visit. Sadly, the British taxpayer weren't given this opportunity. But this raises a very good point, doesn't it? Was the baby wheeled out because things aren't getting as much traction and big headlines that they thought they were going to get? There's so much going on in Britain at the moment. Westminster and Parliament are crumbling as I speak, and that's getting all the major headlines. So they've got a lot to contend with. So do you think they've wheeled him out to get those big hitting headlines? Possibly. I don't know, maybe it's just the cynic in me, but it's, it could very well be true. If all else fails, bring out the baby. I'm not going to lie, I'm a sucker for babies, and they make me go gooey inside. And it was really lovely to see baby Archie in the video, but something's sticking in my throat. And judging by the comments that I've seen after all the gushing ones, of course, I think most people think the same as I do as well. Or maybe I'm just not looking hard enough. I find it extremely ungracious that they present their son for the first time in video format. Yes, we saw them being wheeled out when he was born, but you could see on their faces they really, really didn't want to do that. And it was only because I think they were told to do that. You've got to show him, otherwise people will really start to revolt, that they did that. This seems completely a PR move, in my personal opinion. And they didn't want to show him to us as he got a bit older, but it's okay for them to show him on tour. They scream privacy, yet when it suits them, they scream publicity. I'm going to interject a little balance because, I do slate them a lot, but, they make it so easy. However, I adored seeing these photos. It really did make my heart go, oh, isn't he cute? Finally, we get to see him. But then I ask, why? What's with all the secrecy? Why couldn't we see him before? Why now? And the simple answer is publicity. This was simply a PR exercise. They could have shared all of this earlier instead of making a huge mystery and saved all of this hassle. Honestly, oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Oldie but a goodie, isn't it? And for all those people saying that the baby wasn't actually shown in Britain first because of all the bad press, can I remind everybody that if they hadn't have played all of these games, if she hadn't spent all of that money on the wardrobe and Frogmore and all of this, she courts the media. And you know what? If you court the media, you have to expect it back. It works both ways. You can't suddenly say, look at me. No, don't look at me. I don't want to be looked at right now. And then turn it round again. It doesn't work like that, I'm afraid. The backlash is entirely their fault. They have shielded him from the British people and the media. And it's entirely their doing. They have to deal with it and they have to manage that. And bringing him out on this royal tour has just amplified the fact they don't think we deserve a look at him on our own soil. And that breaks my heart. It really, really does. So they released a clip on their Instagram account, and I'm quite perplexed by something, and I don't know whether or not it's just me hearing things, but she makes a really weird noise when she's walking down holding Archie. And I'd like you to listen out for it. It's like a ticking or a clicking sound. Just listen. Did you hear it? It's like a tick, 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 tick. really bizarre. Something you do to an animal. I'm really sorry. I know that sounds really, really bad. But you know when you go to call for an animal or a cat, I do that with my cats when I want to get them in to feed them. You go, it's a really strange thing to do. And I don't think she's entirely that comfortable around the child. And for me, that's really quite sad. But more concerning of all was during this tea that they had with Desmond Tutu, they were served beautiful iced biscuits and cakes. They were stunning. They were really, really nice. But for somebody who's actually using Sunshine Sacks as their PR team, who, remember, represented Harvey Weinstein, do you really think it's appropriate to have Me Too iced on the cakes? I think that's bang out of order. I'd also like to bring it back to when Ellen DeGeneres said that she met Harry, Meghan and Archie. She said he had a perfectly circular head, just like Harry, and he had more hair than I did at the time. He's got no hair whatsoever, very, very wispy. So I call total bollocks on that. Utter rubbish. She used them for publicity like Meghan and Harry use everybody else for publicity. It's just a murky, murky world, isn't it? I'm going to end today and basically say I personally don't think that child is nearly 5 months old. I've had children. I know what size children are. They may be slightly older than Archie now, but that baby is older. Babies of that age have not developed certain skills. And the way that he's sitting, the size of him, his engagement, he's older. And I will eat my hat if he's not. I really will. I've got quite a few hats. Maybe they'll end up on the plate tonight for dinner. So who knows? Also, does she not trust Harry to hold the baby? Because every single photo we've ever seen, she's holding him. Poor old Harry, he can't even hold his own son. She that controlling that he's not allowed to hold him, for goodness sake. So what do you think of the footage that was released of Archie? Do you think that it's a good thing? Do you think that all is forgiven and we should worship at their feet? Or do you think that it's too little, too late, and the damage to their reputation is done and it's irreparable? Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. If you've liked this video, please hit that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.